Hi folks, Nick here again. Wants to review the performance. In other words, how well we did in guesstimating where the market's going to go on a given week. And the week in particular here is the one ending in 724. So not this week we're in here, but the week that ended last Friday. All right. So now that we look at now we know what period of time, let's look at the individual names we used to cover. And let's start with the SPX. SPX upper left, obviously bad week across the board. You can tell from the candles that are going down. SPX 2100 magnet, we were up in the 2130 area. Some downside pressure from here before we started. Resistance at 2125 had not changed. Stronger resistance higher. There were some exuberant people expecting 2200, but they needed to first break the stalemate we're in. Strong support at 2050 or lower, 2050 or lower, and we had plenty of support below that, so I wasn't worried about it holding. All right, so indeed, 2100 right here was the magnet, pulled us down, overshoot, nowhere near the support that we need, held at, what is that, 2070, 75, 79, whatever eyeball it is. Played it right here. So based on this information, credit call spreads were in order. Credit put spreads were definitely in order, especially for a portfolio that's a lot of shorts, that has a lot of shorts already. The SPY, similar action. 210, 212 was a neutral zone. So this is my neutral zone that I called it. Sure enough, we were way higher. We came into it. We overshot to the downside, and we came back to it. Support 213, higher resistance. 209 or lower is strong support. That's where I said we have strong support. We overshot, but it held. And we had more support lower, too. So again, here, just like the SPX, we did good. The Qs had Apple in it. It reported earnings, Apple, so keep that in mind. The week before it, we had Google, and we still survived it. How well did we do here? I honestly don't know. I have to read. I can't remember. I know I didn't lose any money, so I know we did well. 112, 113 neutral zone. This is the neutral zone I called it. We were higher. We meandered and then pushed down to it. And then support below, and we would need a breakdown in Apple to drop. And sure enough, we did not get good Apple action, so we were at risk. Bullish setup. Watch your short positions. Had Apple jumped, it could have moved the markets. That's why I said that. Small resistance through 115, but easily surmountable. So based on this information, I would not have done the credit call spread. Also having seen Google's reaction and how it pulled markets up. So this index is poised for a continued breakout. 113 magnet more supportive than resistive. So the setup was bullish. So credit put spreads were in order, but not credit call spreads. So based on that information, we get a pass there. All right, Apple itself, I don't like to cover it. I don't play credit call spreads or credit put spreads in the earnings, but so we'll skip that. We did do a couple of lottos that paid, and the final one didn't, but we were playing with house money, so who cares? All right, so, but anyway, I said, let's see what I said, 125, 130, resistive, more resistance higher through 135 and 40. 120, downside pressure. Wow, it brought us down to 122. Read about it, and there are those who are expecting 108. I think now people are still looking for the 105 area, technically speaking, on Apple. Side note. Okay, RUT, we said 1275 or higher is resistance each. There's 1270 and 1275 up here. We said there's going to be a resistance. It worked. 2040 or lower, small support each. If bulls break 1330, meaning anything higher. If they had broken out, they had room to run, but they didn't do that. All right, 2040 is 1240 is support, not 2040, typo. So this is where we called support. We overshot a little bit, but quickly, eventually we held back. So credit call spreads would have paid, and I've done them. Credit put spreads, I've done them hesitantly, though, longer distance on the RUT. IWM, a little easier to trade, trades in dollar-wide spreads, sometimes 50 cents. 26 is magnet, but it was more resistive in this case. We had support at 123 and 120. So we said we had support here. It had held for a little bit, then broke down. We have support at 120. We didn't need it. We stopped at between 121 and 22. I think 121.5-ish. All right. Small caps will need to confirm the run in the major indices, meaning these guys, during the shenanigans of Apple, Google, Netflix, and all of that reporting, they're not directly affected because they have a basket of 2,000 stocks, basically. And if there are very few big boxes that can move the market. So those were a better gauge of the, quote, market health during these earnings reports. So that was a better gauge to look at them. Hint. And going forward. Google had some time to settle. An incredible run-up. I said no guidance from the open interest. Last week's move was muddled, but since then, now we have better guidance. But I did see a magnet at 700, some resistance at 710. That was before the open. All of this is before the Monday open. Magnet at 700, resistance at 710, and look at these. I mean, this is how it came down. And that's about it. There was no support because the leap was so big and so fast. Open interest did not give me any data on the put spreads. So this will be good. We'll call this one good. A+, no blowouts. All right, so another good week. This is, again, week ending 7/24. We will recap this current week, hopefully either Friday night or shortly thereafter. Nick signing out.